Welcome to Wrap It Up. My name is Nonka Zimulogini. So this is the channel that gives you a wrap up or summary of all those top stories of the week locally and abroad, while giving you the chance to express your feelings, your concerns and views on all stories told. Remember to pin them all in the comment section below because we love to hear from you as the Wrap It Up team. Remember to like this video, to share it and to subscribe to my channel. Time is precious and I don't want to waste yours. So let's get into the first trend of the week. It was of parts of the Vaal being without electricity after a transformer trapped during a substation repair. Eskom apologized for any inconvenience caused and they said that they will do all they can to restore power back to all parts of the Vaal. I do know that as of this past weekend, some parts of the Vaal have received their power back, and it's only a matter of time before you, who's still in the dark, gets your electricity back. I know it's cold, I know it's uncomfortable, but you've held on till this point, right? So it's just a matter of time. Maybe a couple of days, hours, maybe this week or the following week. Time will tell. The next trend was of hashtag ANC policy conference that was held in Nasrec, where the president was saying that it's a festival of ideas. And I was like, no, it's a festival of ideas for today and the funeral of implementations tomorrow. Okay, we do understand he raised very critical points, very valid points and issues that the country is faced with, and he was zooming in particularly on gender-based violence, saying that all those that are found guilty of this crime are going to be brought to book. He went as far as assigning the police minister Bheki Cele, saying that he should not leave any stone unturned. We get that. However, where I'm standing, I was like, but what is the use of introducing a new set of policies when you haven't even implemented the previous ones? It just doesn't make sense. How do we know that you're going to do what you said you're going to do if you haven't done what you promised in the previous conference? That's just my opinion. What is yours? The next trend was of the hashtag Krugersdorp rape saga, where 8 women were raped. This was during a music video shoot that was taking place at an old mine dump. Police arrested more than 67 illegal miners in connection with the rape, and the police minister was saying that DNA testing and identification processes will take place, and he hoped that, these rapists are going to be nabbed through that process. This is definitely a developing story, as I believe that more arrests are going to be made, and I will bring you an update of it in the following episode. The next trend was of the killer of the late Tsegofatso Pule in Tutuko Shoba receiving a life sentence. I was like, yes! Finally. And the family was saying that he deserves it, and I couldn't agree more with them. Why can't that be done with the murderers and the rapists that are found guilty by our courts? Why can't they also be slapped with a life sentence? Because at the end of the day, what do they live for? What do they live for? That's just my take. The next trend was of Advocate Defo, who was representing 4 of the accused in the Senzo Meyiwa trial. We do know that he withdrew, right, on the basis that he feels that there's a plan from the office of the president to harass him. We get that. Then Jiggy, he came back this week. He came back to the trial. He announced his return. And now he comes back as a legal representative of accused 1 to 4. And now he says that his reason for withdrawing from the trial is witchcraft. And I was like, wait, isn't that witchcraft on its own? I was like, isn't this witchcraft on its own? Because in my head, I'm like, okay, we understand your first reason of feeling that there's threats, you might be arrested from the president's office. But witchcraft, like, how did you get to that? Like, let's work the maths out, like the mathematics. Like, how did you get to that it's witchcraft? How feasible is it? Like, it didn't make sense to me, but it is what it is. The next trend is of the Ukrainian war when we move abroad. So the Ukrainian president, Mr. Zelensky, was saying that, the people of Donetsk need to evacuate the area because he warned of fights looming in the area. He was saying that he would figure it better that if the Russian armies attack the area, there are less people that lose their lives as opposed to if he didn't make that announcement. So this is another developing story that I will give you an update on in the following, or rather next episode. The next hashtag was of DJ Sbu, where fans were concerned about his scruffy look. I was like, yo. Okay, so we understand he moved from having that weird dreadlock, to hugging trees, to still maintaining his look nyana with that dreadlock, still wearing suits. But this week what I saw was like, yo, you look like a hobo. What is going on? So the fans were actually pinning it to the unpaid royalties that Zahara made claims of a couple of years ago, saying that the ancestors of Zahara, they are just working overtime and ensuring that they are doing justice for their child Zahara. Well, we don't know how true and factual that is, but fans are concerned. They are very concerned. I'm concerned myself because I'm also a fan of DJ Spoo. His looks lately, they are very, very concerning. The next hashtag that trended is of Beyonce's album. So Renaissance became the fastest female album to reach the #1 spot, right, in 100 countries on Apple Music. I was like, whoa, this is big. This is very big, but we're not surprised, right? Because it's Beyonce after all. It is Beyonce after all. Then the next trend was of the smallpox vaccines. So the World Health Organization found that the smallpox vaccines are effective in protecting people against monkeypox. And some countries are already increasing their stockpiles, for the smallpox and the monkeypox, just to prepare in case there's an outbreak. And I was thinking to myself, so some countries are preparing for what could be or might be an outbreak. Who's creating these things? First it was COVID, and then shortly after, the president announced, or rather the health minister announced, that masks off. Then we hear of monkeypox, then the smallpox. Like, the lightning that is going to strike you. Let me leave it there. Right, when it comes to the sports news, our WAFCON champions, Banyana Banyana, received bursaries from UNISA. UNISA was saying that they are an inspiration to the nation and to the youth. And, they are also doing this in shaping future leaders and players. And I was like, wow, this is amazing. So 23, if I'm not mistaken, 23 of them are going to receive these bursaries, and they are going to choose any course of their choice, and then they study for free. How amazing is that? Imagine you are still basking in the glory and excitement of winning a World Cup, and being history makers, and then boom, you come to your home country, you are receiving bursaries. Guys, this is amazing. What a season it is for Banyana Banyana. And then on the opposite end, we saw England beating South Africa by 41 runs in the T20 opener. And I was like, eish. But that's the nature of the game, right? In sports, today you win, tomorrow you lose. So you just never know. So yeah, that's a wrap up of all those stories that I had for you this week. Remember to like again. I'm saying it again. Please like this video, share it, and subscribe to this channel. Click on the notification bell to receive the uploads as they come. And also remember to not hold back on those comments. Pin them in the comment section below. I'll see you again next week. Shop, shop.